The open game. The oldest openings in chess come by the way of what move? e4. Immediately staking a claim in the center, and freeing up the queen and king's bishop for action. Fischer wrote that e4 was the best by test. The open game follows what move? e5. It's considered to be open because it generally leads to positions where the center has ranks, files and diagonals that are open, and usually favor tactical gameplay. In such positions bishops tend to become more important than knights due to their long-distance abilities to take advantage of these openings. The most popular second move for white is what move? Knight f3. Attacking black's king pawn, preparing to castle kingside, and preparing for a d4 advance. Black's most common reply is Knight c6, which usually leads to the Ruy Lopez with what move? Bishop b5. To the Italian game with what move? Bishop c4. Or to the Scotch game with what move? d4. With c3 is called the Ponziani opening. Knight c3. Without knight f6 is the three knights game, and with knight f6, the four knights game, played often in the late 19th to early 20th century. And after bishop c4 is the Italian game, and following bishop c5 is the Gioco Piano. Bishop c4, bishop c5, b4 is the Evans Gambit. Bishop e7 is the Hungarian defense. Knight f6, two knights defense. d4 is called the Scotch game. Bishop e2 is the inverted Hungarian opening. g3 is the Konstantinopolski opening. The most popular alternatives to knight f3 are what three moves? f4, the King's Gambit, knight c3, the Vienna game, and bishop c4, the bishop's opening. These three openings have some similarities. Some of the quieter lines in the Vienna and bishop's opening can transpose to positional variations of the King's Gambit declined, when before playing knight f3. White plays f4. The King's Gambit was popular in the 19th century with grandmaster and amateur alike. White offers a pawn for speedy development, as well as to attack black's central outpost. The Vienna game also frequently features attacks on the black center by means of advancing f4. In the center game, d4, white immediately opens the center, though if the pawn is to be recovered after e takes d4, white must prematurely develop his queen. An alternative is to sacrifice one or two pawns by offering the Danish Gambit with what move? c3. Queen takes d4. Center game. Knight f3. Both d5. Interesting, the Elephant Gambit and f5, the Latvian Gambit, are considered very risky for black. d6 is called Philidor defense. It largely fell out of use after World War I, as black players sought positions offering more counter chances than the solid, though passive game which generally arises from this opening. With f6 is the Damiano defense. However, this offers white the advantage, with what move? Knight takes e5, or bishop c4. If black instead maintains symmetry and counterattacks white's center with knight f6, then the Petrov's defense will usually result, though white can avoid the extensive theory of the Petrov by playing what move? Knight c3. With queen f6, we have the Greco defense. The early development of the queen, with queen f3, the Napoleon opening. Queen h5. Interesting, the wayward queen attack or Parham attack looks amateurish, though this open has been played in a Grandmaster tournament by no less Hikaru Nakamura. With bishop c4 is the bishop's opening, and after knight f6, d4 is the Ponziani's Gambit. Both bishop b5, Portuguese opening, and knight e2, a Lapin's opening are offbeat tries for white, though none promise any advantage in the face of correct play. White also has c3, Lopez opening. And here, bishop d3. That's dubious. The Tortes opening. And there you have it, the open game.